Ladies and gentlemen, I have been called upon to make a presentation to Speaker Sheila Oliver, and receiving that presentation in her behalf is Honorable Charles Williams. Mr. Williams, please. Sir, Quintessence Award 2013 presented to Honorable Sheila Y. Oliver, Democrat, Speaker, New Jersey General Assembly, for distinguished accomplishments as a public servant and outstanding contribution to the history and heritage of African peoples, by African Writers Endowment, Inc., USA, September 28, 2013. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Sir. There is also a resolution from the Senate and the General Assembly, also in honor of the Speaker, for the fact that we are running out of time. I'm going to read some of it and then present also to her representative. Whereas the Honorable Sheila Y. Oliver, the highly esteemed Speaker of the New Jersey General Assembly, who represents the 34th Legislative District, will be honored and saluted by the African Writers Endowment during its 2003 Quintessence Ball, a celebration of African people in world history. Within all the spheres of her life and work, Assembly Speaker Sheila Oliver has established a model to emulate and set a standard of excellence towards which others might strive. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Senate and the General Assembly of the State of New Jersey that this legislature hereby honors Assembly Speaker Sheila Y. Oliver, joins the African Writers Endowment in commending her meritorious record of service, leadership, and commitment, and extends best wishes for continued success in all her future endeavors.
Thank you so much, David. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just on behalf of the Assembly Speaker, Sheila Oliver, she accepts this award humbly. She would like to congratulate her co-honoree, His Excellency Dr. Amici, for his tireless work for River State, and also to the African Writers Endowment Fund. We appreciate this award. She accepts it humbly. She apologizes for her not being here this evening. She's been under the weather for last couple of days, and she really, truly wanted to be here this evening. But I, as a true son of Africa, having traveled in over 28 countries in Africa and been in Nigeria many times, I humbly accept this award on her behalf. It is indeed a pleasure to be standing before you this evening to do that, and I do it most humbly for a woman who has elected in 2003 to the General Assembly, become the Speaker, working in her second term as Speaker, the first African-American Speaker of a legislative body here in the state of New Jersey, and only the second woman in the country, in the United States, to be a Speaker. And it's truly her honor to be the Speaker, and on behalf of her 80 members of the General Assembly, Your Excellency, we welcome you to New Jersey. Our door is open, and hopefully back in February during Black History Month, we can open the General Assembly and honor you properly there. We apologize if we're not in session until after November, but you have our assembly at your disposal while you're here in the state of New Jersey. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Chima Ucheya, presentation on Rainbow Town development. Ready, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we're going to entertain a slideshow on Governor Chibika Amechi by Honorable Ibn Semenitari.
The state has a populace of 5.1 million people and is projected to increase to approximately 5.6 million by December 2013. River State is currently Nigeria's largest onshore oil and gas producing state, making it the headquarters of the hydrocarbon industry in Nigeria. It is also home to Nigeria's only oil and gas free trade zone, as well as several offshore oil and gas fields. With a land mass of 11,077 square kilometers, and a significant portion of which is bound by the Atlantic Ocean, River State is strategically strategically situated, making it an economic hub servicing both the southeast and south-south regions, including the oil-rich Niger Delta.
We're trying to refocus the investment conditions in the state. We're trying to get the people to see that this is a new river state, a new port harbour, and there is open for business. It's important that people realize that we are back into some challenges that encourage these businesses, that we'll be able to address those challenges, those issues that have retarded investment opportunities. Now, huge investment opportunities. Now, we're doing power. What is the country that is the latest by the end of next year that is 4 hour power supply? Not working towards that. That's huge in terms of investment. So we're open to business.
Don't forget that you have to triangle in Nigeria. Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt. And that triangle hasn't changed. And it's not about to change. So Port Harcourt, the state, is the destination that would naturally make sense at this point in time. Especially with our strong credit rating. We've got a very beautiful credit rating, I'm sure you're aware, from both S&P and Fitch.
Our economy is on the uprise. We can see a lot of investors here. We've put so many things in place to make sure that we attract investors. First was national security, which I seriously addressed, and it was capped by the amnesty program of our president.
And what became the nightclubs were locked. Nightlives or nightlife was operating. Now you have time, take a drive, today Saturday, you see the nightclubs. I had to prove the most confidence by participating occasionally in nightlife activities.
With a minimum of 100 billion invested yearly on roads, bridges, and infrastructure in the past 2 years, the state has seen the following transformation: 100,000 kilometers of road under construction, 10 major bridges under construction, 20 minor bridges under construction, 5 flyovers and interchanges under construction, 5 land reclamation and shore protection projects, and 2 major markets and shopping malls also under construction. The state's power sector has also seen marked changes with the construction of 3 power stations. The Ugorji 150 megawatt station, the Trenton 130 megawatt station, and the 75 megawatt station at A.W.E. The state is also building 7 transmission stations of 132 to 30 kV each, and 7 distribution injection substations of 33 to 11 kV each. Within the healthcare sector, there is ongoing construction. A total of 160 healthcare centers in all 23 local government areas, the 250-bed Women and Child Hospital, the first of its kind in the region dental and maxillofacial hospital, and the Kelsey Harrison General Hospital. The agriculture sector is replicating the success of the Port Novo Songhai Farm, which is a fully integrated mechanized farming project with 105 beneficiaries being trained so far.
Beyond oil and gas, we are beginning to think that we should also focus on agriculture. Of course, you feel that it was agriculture, the oil and gas in Nigeria. So we're trying to redevelop that.
We have very good climate, very good soil, and our people are predominantly farmers.
That agriculture is the source by which you can create mass employment, especially for those who are not too educated. So we're focusing on that to remove people from the streets and take them back to jobs like this.
This used to be the permanent belt in the time. We still have vast, amount of land available for farming. Of course, because of our riverine nature, aquaculture is an area that people will do quite well here.
In a bid to revolutionize the state's power sector and ease the growing traffic congestion, Rivers State has embarked on a monorail project. The state has also deployed buses and taxis to promote and ease internal mass transit within the Port Harcourt metropolis, as well as purchasing 5 water taxis from Portugal to promote safer water transport practices. Policy and regulation are key to ensuring that the state's efforts in development are lasting and maintained. To this effect, River State has established several key policy changes. For instance, the Public-Private Participation in Infrastructure Development Law No. 5, 2009.
We have set up the due process public procurement systems, which we expect all who wish to invest or do business here to participate in. And then the government has also recently enacted the Public-Private Partnership in Infrastructure Law, which is intended to assist those who want to enter into PPP and concession agreements with government. So we're creating the legal framework to ensure that you have confidence in the businesses you're trying to set up in Port Harcourt.
What we're trying to do is say, look, we're serious people, we're serious government. Now, when we come across those who want to invest, we are calculated, we know how far we can go. But all of it, we're opening opportunities, creating laws that protect investment.
All I'm simply telling you is that any investor that wants to come to River State, we want to guarantee, the government will guarantee that whatever investment you're going to do here in River State will be protected.
River State is seeking investors to partner with it in the active participation of exploration and production of oil and gas in the country. An area ripe for investment and development in Nigeria are refineries. River State is working towards the development of refinery projects to meet the energy demands of the state. The traditional hospitality of the river's people, their rich and unique cultural heritage, as well as the state's many natural landmarks such as sandbanks and virgin beaches, highlights the culture and tourism potentials of the state, which are also open to investment.
The essence is to try both the micro and macro economy of the state. I guess if anybody wants to rest and mind.
It's really great out here. It's wonderful. It's like being out in Times Square, New York. You know, the city never sleeps. You know, it's great, especially tonight, Thursday night. It's marvelous out here.
Well, Central presently is a very, very peaceful environment. So like what we have there, for present, I tell you, it's a wonderful experience. People coming out by this time, you can even stay out all through the night till the morning.
A lot of foreigners coming in, and with a full security, and with good hospitality business. Please, Port Harcourt is not is a kidnapper-free zone. I know that it's a very pleasure to be here, and it's a very beautiful city.
So why should Central come to River State? The state capital of Port Harcourt is the largest and fastest growing city in the south of Nigeria. River State has a healthy credit rating starting with scores B and a Fitch B+.
What we are offering, the free zone is offering to the investor is a business opportunity. Then the facility are existing, both for port and camp facility. Depend which type of service the investor intend to develop. We have here coming the 7 major producing companies. NNPC, Shell, ExxonMobil, Chevron, Agip, Total, Sinopec, Petrobras, Afrem, and you have already 200 service companies. Any investor has to come, visit the place, study the market, if they want to join the Nigerian economy that is growing and will be one of the best 20 economies in the world, they are welcome to invest.
The opportunities are immense and in every sector: education, health, infrastructure, water, entertainment, and the greater Port Harcourt model city. Come and invest in the rivers of prosperity.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I also recall Mr. Chima Ucheya for the Rainbow Town Development presentation. Mr. Ucheya, please.
Your Excellency, Executive Governor of Rivers State, Governor Rotimi Amaechi, Speaker of the New Jersey General Assembly, Honorable Sheila Oliver, ably represented by Honorable Williams, the Executive Director of the African Writers Endowment, the convener and chief host of this event, Dr. Ugorji. I want to thank all of you, many thanks, for availing me the opportunity to bring some visual context and graphic perspectives to the events of tonight. Rainbow Town is perhaps a fitting metaphor on the quintessential leadership of His Excellency Governor Rotimi Amaechi for 4 easily quantifiable and instantly verifiable reasons. The sheer scope and breadth of this ambitious, very visionary project is simply breathtaking. 1,181 housing units, a medical clinic, an elementary school, a shopping center, an iconic center with 10 floors of office space, convention facilities, and movie theaters. Secondly, the fiscal prudence, the fiscal leadership the governor brought to bear on the project. Whereas this 50 billion naira behemoth of a project could have been financed maybe in another circumstance and personality by state funds, the governor had opted instead to partner with First Bank of Nigeria, PLC, and in that public-private partnership has therefore been able to free some funding for the pro-poor social infrastructures that command top billing in its development policy plan. Thirdly, and this is very important, which is partly why I'm here as the Pioneer Managing Director. If you look at the political patronage, the pressure that goes on executive governors to dispense political patronage, and for the governor to have that influence to determine who the managing director will be, instead, in a mark that distinguishes him in transparent leadership, ceds that responsibility to an international consulting firm, which all of you are familiar with, KPMG in New York, and says to KPMG, find a capable hand for this project. It would have been easy with 50 billion naira floating around for the governor to say, one of my cronies or proteges, go take this position. So that is what I call a quintessential prudential leadership. Lastly, the recognition of the Nigerians in diaspora. And this is very interesting because a friend of mine, who all of you here, most of you know, Dr. Chamberlain Peterside, him and I used to sit down at the Opobo summer picnics and lament about the deplorable condition in Nigeria and how maybe those of us in diaspora might have the opportunity to contribute and maybe even make a significant change. And here I am now as the Pioneer Managing Director of Rainbow Town Development Limited. And 1 year later, Dr. Peterside comes down as the Honorable Commissioner for Finance. Now keep in mind, he's not a politician. He doesn't belong to any political party. And it speaks volumes of the governor in terms of looking for the technocrats who can get the job done, that he entrusted the key portfolio like the finance ministry to someone who wasn't a political protege, wasn't making political contributions, just strictly on the basis of his technical and financial abilities. Rainbow Town Development is also called the flagship urban renewal project for many reasons. Reason number one, here you have the old Rainbow Town. And when I talk about transformational leadership, here is the old Rainbow Town to your left, and here is the ambitious new Rainbow Town on your right. And that continues. townhouses as envisioned by the architect on the left and as being completed on your right hand side. Single family homes detached, same. 12-story city block towers. 15-story point block towers. And they finished as rendered by an architect. Every major construction program has a public policy behind it. And in Rainbow Town, it was also the use of new technology for high rises. This technology coming from North Carolina. And the transfer of knowledge, technical knowledge, through the expatriates down to the indigenous workers is one of the key achievements of the Rainbow Town project. The iconic tower, which I spoke of earlier, 10 stories of office building, shops, restaurants, movie theaters, and conference centers. It's what we call the commercial hub of Rainbow Town. And the globalization of Rainbow Town, recognized in Fortune magazine December 2012 edition, where a feature was done on Nigeria in several sectors, and Rainbow Town was chosen as the premier real estate development project in Nigeria. That globalization continues on the left in Dubai by investors and Curious Media in Saudi Arabia on the right. And this is the end of the presentation. The moral of this presentation is twofold. And I'm reminded of that great book by Norman Vincent Peale, The Powers of Positive Thinking, where he talks about the vision and the ability to transform vision to reality. And then, of course, the economic development components of Rainbow Town in terms of job creation and urban renewal. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get back to the dance hall, this is actually the end of the formal aspect of our program tonight. But let me also use this opportunity to recognize the presence of my brother, Damian Akes here, the candid observer, who drove all the way from Atlanta to be with us here tonight. We salute you. We salute you. I also recognize the presence, once again, I announced him earlier, Chairman Poli Oba, Chairman People's Club of Nigeria, Princeton Branch, and Honorable Chairman Ezokoli Anazoba, Chairman New Haven. We thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We thank all of you for coming. And we salute you. Mr. DJ, thank you. Hit it. The ball continues.